Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Megaman ZX Advent. In the last part, we accessed Legion headquarters and defeated and are now able to transform into Sarnak. And here I'm slightly showcasing something I didn't get to show off last part. His bottom screen mechanic is that you get to see a map of the area, and this is more useful in very dark areas, but they made it a lot better in this game than it was in the last game, because now when an enemy is marked on the map, you can tap them with the touchscreen to throw kunai at them. And it does a lot of damage, enough to kill most normal enemies in 2 to 3, I'd say. It's not so useful against mini-bosses or boss fights, but it is still useful enough for traversal. In fact, I think when I was first playing the game as a kid, he's the transformation I spent the game as the most. In fact, there's a certain stage later on, and they really want you to be him for most of it. I like this transformation a lot. Mind you, I liked Model P a lot in the original game, too. While their power wasn't exactly the best, I like the mobility of it. Being able to hang on ceilings is just cool no matter what you do. And you saw briefly there, we want to come down over here, not only to get this secret disc, but the second of the game's 4 energy tanks, or sub-tanks, are in this level. Just be more careful than I was, because there's spikes right in front of it, and I forgot about that until that very moment. Whoops. Now, the biggest problem with Sarnak isn't even Sarnak's fault. It's the fault of a system we haven't talked about in the game that, like I said, you shouldn't be using the bottom screen mechanic of Sarnak on boss fights, but they want you to in one particular case. We'll talk more about that when we get towards that in your end game, though. Now, one of the biggest improvements of ZX Advent is its main world map. Not only are the areas connected, but they got rid of the alphabet system, so areas that seem like they should be next to each other but aren't is no longer a problem in this game. With that said, you might notice on the map for Legion headquarters that there's a little bit of a bottom section to the area that makes it look like a T. We can't access that until one of the last pseudoroids in the game is gotten, and even then all that's down there, even though I'll be showing it off, is I believe some enemies and a secret disc, so not really worth going to, but we're going to be going there anyway because I want to show off as much of the game as I can, barring getting every secret disc, although there are videos out there that show you how to get every secret disc, because I don't think there's any in this game that are permanently missable. They're always going to be there if you want to grab them. Also, something I haven't talked about yet. We're playing the PC version, of course, which has the mastered audio, the uncompressed cutscenes and all that. The thing is, though, the game also has filters that are meant to either look like a CRT or a smoothing filter, and I have that turned off because I like the sharp pixel look, but that's on automatically for the cutscene art.
I can't stand Mavericks.
It's hard to believe that they're cooperating.
They may be taking orders from a leader.
What do they want? To make enemies with every nation on the planet?
Want? What if they're just fed up with the world?
What?
A new rule for the evolution of the ultimate Megaman. And there's one scientist who wants to see that evolution through to its end.
What are you saying? No, you didn't.
I have a proposal to this world I've led for centuries. A system to come up with fair solutions based on the doctrine of the Sage Trinity. If you're opposed, then just try and stop me.
Hey, isn't that biometal?
2 of the ciphers have been broken. I wonder just how much information has been compromised. I wanted to dispose of you sooner, but things didn't go exactly as planned.
You are the one who's been trying to have us killed?
Don't look so angry. Welcome to Legion, defective.
Master Albert!
We will meet again. You are, after all, made in my image.
I see. I'll tell you everything we know. With these mechanical bodies, we've been able to live for centuries. When Albert became one of the Sage Trinity those centuries ago, he was already working on Model W. Also, I looked you up in our database, Gray.
And what did you find out about me?
Well, there was no data on you. It appears that you never existed.
That's ridiculous! You're lying!
I'm not sure what you are, but Albert said that you were made in his image. I'm afraid that because you showed up, he had to speed up his plan. I'm not exactly sure why, though.
I come all this way, go through all that, almost get killed, and all you can tell me is that you don't know anything?
Gentlemen, bad news. We have Mavericks showing up all over the world. Albert has started hunting for food for his Model W.
He knows the jig is up! He's going for a Hail Mary! Let's go, Gray!
But
Come on! Let's go make Albert tell us everything he knows! And yeah, we can do heroic rescues along the way.
I can't. I don't know anything about myself or the world. How can I stand up to Albert, who knows everything?
But I know you! You're a tough-talking, stubborn kid who helps people he doesn't know without expecting anything in return. A kind, crazy fool. Are you just gonna let people suffer? Some conscience you have. What happened to I shouldn't need a reason to save lives?
You're right. There's still something I can do. Let's go, Model A. Maybe we can't win, but we're the only ones who stand a chance of beating Albert.
Thank you, Gray. I'd like you to go on another mission. I want you to stop Albert's plan and save our world. I've added new transport destinations to the transfer. I'm counting on you.
Well, that was a lot of plot, huh? Now, there's something that could really foreshadow that I'll talk about in a moment. There are 4 new transport destinations. The trans server is located just past the elevator when you exit to the door on the right. Albert's a terrifying fellow. So, the 3 masters in the game, there is something very simple foreshadowing Albert's betrayal. They're named after the doctors from Classic. Master Thomas is Thomas Lights, Master Mihail is Mihail Cossack from Megaman 4, and Master Albert is Albert Wiley. Looking back, probably should have seen this coming. In fact, the only reason I neglected to mention it until now is I don't want to talk about the plot until it happens. I mean, come on. For people who haven't seen the game, it's a nice little journey. But now we have 4 new stages we can tackle. The floating ruins, the highway, the scrapyard, and the control center. You can take them on any order you want, and you don't even need to roam around the world to find them. You just need to teleport to them using the trans server. But before we go there, I want to head back towards Kid here to go give him some more energy crystals in order to access more of this area. This is thankfully the last time you need to pay for pay for him to widen this passageway, though. As while there is one more unit we need to widen the area, we need to do a side quest for that. And you can't even finish that side quest until we finish this set of 4 stages. By the way, get used to me jump cutting back to this area either in one of the rooms below it or in just this main hallway, because you come here more than any other area in the game when doing side quests. That's a pretty tough bedrock down here. My drill's pretty much useless on it. I've heard talk of there being a legendary pickaxe made of serotium somewhere in the quarries. Think you can find it for me? I'd really appreciate it. And with that, we now have another side quest, as well as another door with this dude in it. What do you want with me? Alright, I'll go ahead and introduce myself then. I'm Roy. I've been a hunter for 3 years and 2 months. My hobby's cooking. It's been a while since I got a mission request from Legion. So I bide my time cooking for the other hunters. But sorry, I don't have anything for you. I don't think Roy does anything. I don't even think there's a side quest tied to him. No, unless there is, I'm just forgetting. Let me look this up, honestly. Quick jump cut there. There's nothing about Roy that I can find, so oh well. No, hey, it's you. I didn't notice you there. I'm so stressing out right now. Never mind, I'm just having a personal problem. There's someone I like, but I don't know how I can get her to notice me. They say there's a magical fruit, and if you eat it, you'll fall in love with the person who gave it to you. If I could only get that fruit and make juice out of it, then I can give it to the girl I like to drink. Hey, could you do me a favor? They say you can find the magical fruit at the Tower of Verdure. Could you go there and find it for me? We'll be taking care of that alongside some other side quests later on, though. Nothing really point to doing it now because we'll be backtracking to the Tower of Verdure for other reasons later on anyway. Also, I should note, the NPC dialogue does update throughout the game. It's why you get new side quests throughout. There's like, I think, 4 distinct phases you get new side quests in. It's the start, it's after you get Model A, after Legion Headquarters, after we beat the next 4 stages, then it's after you beat the next 3 stages after that, and then I think there's like a couple of side quests that unlock after the second to last stage, and that's it. Again, though, these guys don't come into play until way later. In fact, I think I meant to cut out that visit to that room period, but oh well, we already talked over it, so I'm not cutting it out now. And at this point, I might as well show off the secret discs a little bit, just to show off what they really are like. For instance, we learn that Atlas was a soldier of a country laid to waste by Maverick. She believes it is only through struggle that people are galvanized to evolve. This is how you get a lot of the background on the various bosses of the game, random NPCs, enemies. It's more or less just flavor text and nothing but. But I like that it's here. I like that they did this in 0.3. I really liked it in 0.3 because of the items you can get out of it. But here it's just for flavor text. That's the main reason I'm not going out of my way to get them all, because you don't get anything for them. With that said, there's never going to be anything in that room from memory. I think, by and large, my main purpose... Well, I really meant to cut out a bit here that I just missed, huh? Can you tell I've been doing this for 10 years? Probably closer to 11 years at the time of this being uploaded. The big thing we're doing in Hunter's Camp now is we're getting minor parts of side quests done. For instance, we want to wall jump up to the second level of this area and talk to our good friend, the Comic Hunter, for a different part of a side quest we've already started. I wonder where my backpack went. Oh, would that by any chance be my backpack? I have a lot of important things in there. Thank you. I want to give Patrick something for finding my backpack for me. But I'm broke because of yesterday. I spent all my money on comics. By the way, give him this disc for me. It's special because it contains a comic of my favorite superhero. And with that, we can take that back to Patrick at the entrance to Legion HQ in order to finish off that side quest. I like the effort they go to with giving characters new dialogue as we go through the game in some extent, and especially compared to ZX1, because if I recall, not a lot of characters got new dialogue every single time. It was like some of the townspeople, some of the people at Guardian Base, and that was really it. It's usually ones you interacted with a lot that got new dialogue every single time. I feel like every one of the main characters in the camp gets a new line at least every phase or 2 of boss fights. Not that there's really much point, because I feel like I think there might be fewer side quests in ZX Advent than there were in the original ZX, but don't quote me on that. They're definitely easier to do in the long run because of the minor streamlined things they've done throughout the game, which I like that they streamlined this game compared to the original. I feel like they could have gone a bit further in the Metroid angle, but I also feel kind of counterintuitive for the way they did streamline this. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. As soon as I remember, I think I can finally remember I can get this. Yes, I do. Yay, I could have gotten that in like part 3. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 8, we're going to go after our first, if not first of 2 levels in the new set of 4. See you guys then.